So I'll try and do an approximation of what my left eye looks like, or what it's like looking through my left eye. This is what it looks like, and this is my right eye. With the lens, it totally corrects, and then after so long, you may get some fogging, which looks like this. And I have noticed that it seems like my left eye has changed since wearing the lens. I don't know if this is a perception thing. Let me know if you have any issues like this. I've been trying to find out if anyone else has. I don't know if I've made the scarring worse by when I first got my lens. It took a lot of effort to try and get it in. My lids kept closing and squashing the lens and then scraping it across the bottom of my eye. And I don't know if that's caused more scarring, but when I don't have the lens in, it's significantly worse than it was when I didn't have the lens. With the lens in, fixes everything. So this may be a moot point, but a little bit of either a warning or whether it's perceptual, whether my brain was working so hard to try and correct the vision, but it's gone from this to this, and then with the lens all correct again. Maybe a double-edged sword with the scleral lens. However, I've got absolutely zero regrets in trying them and getting them in. There are some doctors, especially there's one in America that claims that they can do a 5-minute procedure to correct this. That's not the same as RTK, or even though it's the same laser that's doing this, it's just smoothing the lens out of your eye. So I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. My next appointment with my eye specialist is in December this year, so I will speak to him about that. I'm pretty sure he'll just say, look into it yourself, because we can't do anything about it, but we shall see. So I'd like to know if anybody has had any sort of surgery that didn't wreck their eyes, because I know a lot of people have had like stuff like LASIK and RTK, the kind of correction ones that have totally ruined their eyesight, has made them wear scleral lenses. Obviously I come from a point of view of not having surgery, rubbing my eye and creating that problem of scarring where I need the scleral lens. But if it seems most people who've had these kind of surgeries end up wearing scleral lenses because of the problems that they cause. So I'm sort of doing it the opposite way around. I want to know about surgeries that may have worked for people. I don't know why it's not investigated further, and there must be more. There must be lots of people with scarring, corneal scarring, that would benefit from this kind of thing. So I don't know. Let me know if you've had any positives. I don't need to know about the negatives, because I've heard it on every forum. It seems to be 100% negative. Just looking for an alternative, just because the lenses are basically a miracle for me. I've got no problem putting these in and out for the rest of my life, really. It's just if there was an option to fix this and not have to worry about saline solutions and plungers and various bits and pieces that I have to do in morning and night, if there was an option of totally getting rid of that for the rest of my life, then, you know, it might be worth it. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have anything positive to say about eye surgeries, and if anyone's had any corneal scarring, if they've had any permanent success with their eyes post-surgery. I don't know of anyone that has to wear scleral lenses that now no longer has to wear them, so that will be interesting if anybody has. So that's my lens fogging up. Put the lens in at about 6:30 this morning, and by 5:30 in the afternoon I'm getting quite a white haze over the lens. Could probably sort that out with a few drops, but what I'm actually going to do is just pop it out, clean it, and then put it back in. And then it should be good till about 10 o'clock or something, 10 p.m. So, trusty towel over the sink. So, saline solutions. You'll probably be referred to two types of saline solutions. There's the pure saline solution, such as this one, which is the one I actually got recommended, which comes in big vials like that. The problem is with these vials is that once you've opened them, the pH value starts becoming problematic. And to begin with, the pure saline solution like this isn't the same pH value as your eye, whereas something like this is, but that's because these have a pH balance in them, an additive that my doctor said that this could cause irritation, whereas the pure ones won't because they're pure. However, either work for me, either do the same thing for me. But I did want to test these out. This is the stuff that they actually used in the doctor's office, and this, as a balanced pH additive, that means that it's the same pH value as your eye. And I haven't seemed to have had a problem using this. And in fact, this seems to be, for most people, more beneficial than the pure ones, because your eye is not like battling the pH value. So that's something to think about if you're going to get a scleral lens. And, you know, it doesn't really matter. These are great for traveling. You know, you can just stick like a line of these in your bag, which I'll go over, travel bags, and you know, you sort it, it's fine. But these are great for long-term use. None of them are, both of them are preservative free, so they don't last forever. So it's recommended for about 2 weeks, and then you should change your bottle. I find about a month is fine. I've had no ill effects from using mine for about a month before changing. So, I've washed my hands. I've got my plunger. I'm going to pop out the lens and give it a good clean. So, saline on the plunger. Get the plunger on the lens, like so. Sometimes, it just doesn't come out. It just goes and doesn't come out. So I've got to get it on there and wiggle a bit until it latches on. Didn't latch on. Do it again. I had a big problem with this when I first started using scleral lenses. Getting it out was worse than getting it in. Some people can just pop it out straight away. Some people don't even need to use a plunger. There we go. Okay. So, can't really see. Oh yeah, I can just about see some sort of debris there. So we'll clean that off. Palm of the hand, saline solution. Give it a good clean. Sort of just rubbing it in the palm of your hand. And this, obviously, overnight you put it in the Clear Care Plus or whatever alternative you use for cleaning your lens overnight. But don't do that midday, otherwise it will burn. Okay. I'm going to get some artificial tears, preservative free of course. Give it another good clean. Coat it in those artificial tears. I've got to find the right way up. Update as well. On this lens in particular, it doesn't have a dot, should have had. got confirmation that a new one is being sent out with a dot free of charge. Win. Okay, so now I've got to find the code. Don't drop it. Find the code. So there. Okay, got it. Overfill it with solution. Don't be stingy on the solution, otherwise you'll get air bubbles. Overfill it. Good grip of the. And we're back in business. There we go. Camera 1, camera 2. All good.